Hey, what's up, everybody? Hobo Mackie here. Made it down the trail. Probably been going 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours maybe. Um, Starting to get a little tired already. My calves are starting to hurt already. They were hurting when I started. So anyway, I made it to this little pond. I passed by a bunch of ponds already. This place is loaded with little ponds out in the middle of nowhere. Some of them you can't even get to, but this one, the trail goes right along it. Looks like it goes along it in both ways. Hadn't seen any wildlife in there, but I hadn't really looked either. But yeah, so far good hike. I did come across a huge pile of bear shit. I'd been coming across small piles all along the trail, and I'm kind of thinking, oh, these bears are probably like cute and cuddly and like this big, and but then you see a huge actual pile, like a big mound, and then that brings you back to reality, and that's that there are some big black bears around here for sure. I did talk to the lady at the Juniper Springs when I went up there to get water, and she's manning the gate, and I asked her if there's been any bear attacks, and she said, yeah, like a month ago, a bear destroyed somebody's tent and scratched them all up and everything, and then they went out and euthanized that bear. Um, so they had a picture of a bear uh, going into a tent as well. And so, that's one reason why I'm glad I do not have a tent, is that them bears are just sort of trained to see a tent and then hack into it and look for food. Um, so that's one of the benefits of not having a tent, in my opinion. Um, so should be still going to be careful. I do plan to have a big fire tonight, kind of ward off the bears. Anyway, I'm sitting here eating some sandwiches. I don't have a knife, so I got to spread my peanut butter with my finger, which is kind of a pain in the ass, and then kind of just spread it onto my bread. But peanut butter sandwiches are, especially on wheat bread, I think that's a good trail food right there. I do kind of worry about the black bears, and they would probably maul me for this right now. I need to watch my back. Um, yeah, it turns out to be a little messy, but just lick it off, no big deal. Um, I looked at the map. I'm over a quarter of the way, so it took me about 2 hours to go quarter of the way. So I'm thinking 8 hours total, and I'll be in a small town again. This town's Salt Springs. I've been through there, I believe, um, when I had my truck back in the day a few years ago, and I think it's a pretty cool area. So looking forward to that. This area I'm in right now is just peppered with water and lakes. If you look on the map, my trail is basically like going through all these little ponds and lakes. I can see up the trail. There's a looks like a bigger lake coming up. There's been prairies, which when they call it Juniper Prairie Wilderness, I guess that makes sense. I do try to look for trail nibbles. I was picking off some pine needles. One thing I noticed is the plant life out here. It's like a lot healthier than in town. Sometimes in town, the pine trees, the needles would be like kind of spotted with yellow spots, or have some funny looking mold or something on them. And I won't eat those pine needles, but these pine trees around here, I'm kind of a pine needle connoisseur in that I've noticed all the different pine trees have different tastes to them. Some are really delicious, like real citrusy, and you just take some needles and chew them, get some juice, and then You know, you can just tell if you like it or not. Sometimes it's real bitter and nasty. The ones around here are pretty good though. It's good vitamin C. Got my shirt off, so I'm trying to get a little vitamin D right now. Plus, I was, from hiking, you start to warm up. So, probably keep my clothes off for the rest of the day until it starts getting dark. I might make it to town tonight. If I wanted to go ahead and hike, it should be less than 6 more hours. And I should be there. But should be in the key word. You just never know. I'm not exactly sure if this trail ends in Salt Springs, but I know it's close enough. If I can get to one of the two, I'll hit one of the main roads at some point, and I'll be able to see it on the map on the GPS where I'm at. And they got a ton of grocery stores there, Dollar General, a lot of little restaurants I've never heard of. They don't have anything like McDonald's other than they have a Subway. But you never know. Maybe they have a new fast food place that just hasn't shown up on the map. Probably not, though. But we'll see. All right, I'll keep you updated if I see anything new. Peace out.